more do you want us to do?
That's right.
What do you want us to do at this point? What? I'm lost for words. I don't know what to do. I got 5 boys. I don't know what. I ain't got nothing to tell them no more. You can't walk away no more.
That was outside the Karmelo Anthony trial yesterday. He'd just been convicted of murder, and everything in that reaction, the anger, the certainty that the system failed, was built on a story that isn't true. There's an industry that profits from telling people exactly what that woman believes. No matter what you do, the system will kill you. Politicians, attorneys, influencers, they all get paid when you believe you're helpless. And the end result is a learned helplessness that you believe is righteous anger. Let's be clear here. The case was a slam dunk for the prosecutors. It probably never should have even gone to trial. There was video of the attack shown in court, and the defense's own key witness ended up admitting that Karmelo was the aggressor. Despite that, we have millions of people in this country who think that Karmelo should be walking free today. Why? Because you have people with a microphone who say stuff like this.
Let her talk.
This was a legal lynching that happened here today.
We can't hear you.
All right.
I said as a former prosecutor, this was a legal lynching that happened in this slaughterhouse. This is a slaughterhouse. This is not a courthouse. This courthouse is designed when you would come here and you look like us to slaughter you.
A former attorney calling this a legal lynching, calling the courthouse a slaughterhouse, saying the courthouse is designed to slaughter you. Whether she believes that or not doesn't matter. What matters is that she had cameras on her. You see, this was her moment, a case she could stir up into something that it's not. She thought that maybe, just maybe, she could gain a bit of fame by saying something so out of bounds, so insane, that she'll get some applause. And that sort of framing, the system will kill all the black folk framing, it works. We know it does because you have people with real power in this country who advance the same sort of framework. Listen to Jasmine Crockett, Congresswoman from Texas.
Black women, especially Black women who have Black male children, live in fear and agony every single day. A fear and agony that I promise you, the Metcalfs probably never spent a day living that way.
So let's just ignore the obvious there. The Metcalf's son was literally murdered at a track meet. If that's not agony, I don't know what is. Let's look at her larger point, which is that Black women live in fear and agony every day. Now, let me ask you this. Do you believe her? Do you believe that Jasmine Crockett wakes up every day in a cold sweat, scared to go out of her house because she might get shot, scared that she might see someone else get shot? The answer is no, of course not. She's not living in a constant state of fear and agony. So why does she want you to believe that all Black women do? Because if you buy into the lie that Crockett is selling, then you buy into the lie that the system is inherently rigged against you and that there is nothing you can do to better your life. Once you're convinced of that, you'll vote for people like her who promise to change the system. You'll vote for the people who promise to make your life better. We've seen this play out pretty openly since the rise of social media. Politicians, defense attorneys, influencers, they all lie about racially charged cases in order to make Black people believe that they have no control over their lives. Remember Hands Up, Don't Shoot? It was a total lie. Michael Brown tried to steal the cop's gun and then was charging toward the cop at the time he was shot. Yet that case birthed Black Lives Matter, an organization that only survives because it gins up these cases that have nothing to do with race into national news stories. But that's the point. If they can get you to believe that the system didn't convict a cop who shot a man standing there still with his hands in the air, then you'll believe that cops will shoot to kill when you do nothing wrong. If they can get you to believe that Trayvon Martin was randomly shot on the side of the road late at night, then you'll believe that a Black kid can't go out on a walk and be safe. If you think that Breonna Taylor was shot while sleeping, then you'll believe that a Black woman can't even sleep peacefully at night without the fear of being shot by cops. They need you to believe these lies, because if you feel constantly endangered, then you stop looking at your own agency. What we are seeing is a calculated mass demoralization effort underway to demoralize the Black community. Instead of engaging in an honest discussion about legal nuances or the facts of the borderline cases, they gin up controversy where none exists. They let the initial social media story, which always end up being false, fester online for months or even years before the trial. The incentive structure is completely broken. The defense attorney has no incentive to want the public reliably informed about how bad the case is for them. The mainstream media abandoned objective reporting years ago because people stopped caring. And the politician needs votes, so she makes sure that her constituents believe that only she can fight on their behalf against the all-powerful, all-corrupt system. Michael Brown, Trayvon Martin, Breonna Taylor, they're all household names. Yet in each instance, the reality was far different from what you were sold online. The result is a community, the poor black community, convinced that agency is a myth, convinced that self-determination is a myth, convinced that no matter what, they will remain where they are. You heard the woman in the first clip I shared. She genuinely believes that she cannot tell her own sons to walk away from an altercation, because doing so may be a death sentence. It takes years of conditioning to believe that, years of being told there's nothing you can do, years of being told that you could die for just walking down the street, that your survival is essentially a matter of luck, because the cops could shoot you whenever they please. Years of being told that no matter what you do, the system will keep you down. But some in that community have started to wake up. Some have started to reject this manufactured helplessness. Yesterday, former NFL and Oklahoma State wide receiver Dez Bryant tweeted out something interesting. He was talking about why it's hard being black in America. He pointed out that as a black man, you have to make a conscious choice. A choice to keep living the only way you know, or to better your life. Bryant was the child of a teenage mother who made a living by selling drugs and was in and out of prison his whole life. He did not have an easy upbringing, but he made a conscious decision. Instead of giving in to the lie that he can't improve his life, he refused to grant himself what he calls free will for stupidity. He rejected the victim label. He understood that good decisions, or at least at the very least, the absence of stupid decisions, will lead you to where you want to get in life. If everyone would preach that mindset, they don't have freedom to make dumb choices. It would go a long way toward healing the growing racial divide in this country. If the politicians, the preachers, the attorneys, the influencers, if they were all honest, in all three cases I mentioned, Brown, Martin, Taylor, you would know the dumb choices that led to their deaths. Michael Brown tried to steal a cop's gun and then charged at the cop. Trayvon Martin jumped George Zimmerman and pounded his head into the curb. Breonna Taylor's boyfriend shot at the cops when they were executing a warrant. It's always a series of dumb choices, stupid choices. If that mother wants to know what to tell her 5 sons, tell them to listen to Dez Bryant. Don't give yourself free will for stupidity. Make the smart choice, and your life will gradually get better. And that goes for everyone, black, white, rich, poor. If you make the smart choice, or even just avoid the obviously dumb choices, your life will get better. It's time we start hearing that message from our leaders who have the ears of the black community, rather than the constant doom that gets them reelected and the donations flooding in. Subscribe and like the video for more from me. I'm trying to build a brand based on honest, reasonable takes and not the performative outrage you get from so many online these days. If that resonates with you, subscribe and head to my Substack to get new releases emailed directly to you. With that, I'll see you next time. Thank you.